Hello, Tim from Fair Play now on the 6th of May 2022, and just going to keep this fairly brief because I'm absolutely knackered. I had a lovely cycle ride today, got the bike onto the train, went down to the coast and had a nice cycle ride along this kind of under cliff cycle path that kind of heads out east from Brighton Marina. So that was great, but feeling it a bit now. But just three bits of news caught my attention today. First of all, there was a load of local council elections here in England, and not my one, so I didn't vote yesterday, but a lot of people did, and a lot of people who kind of are on our sort of side spoiled the votes, which was quite interesting. And a lot of other people obviously just sort of voted, but the Conservatives got a hammering, absolute hammering, but only at the down to Labour and the Liberals. So they're all three of them as bad as each other in my book. So although it's nice to see the Conservatives being hammered, it's not really quite so good when it's at the hands of those other two parties. But I see that Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, is also under fire, kind of very much the same kind of thing as Johnson and his Partygate thing. Starmer's one has been called Beergate, I think it is, and he is looking at similar trouble. So just goes to show you, all these people cast out the same mould. It's sort of one rule for thee, another rule for me, sort of thing. So very much cast out the same mould. And if you ask me, none of those three parties deserve to be in power. And well, I think going forward, I am sort of being attracted to this whole idea of, do we really need government at all? And I did actually put a video on my Telegram group yesterday. What I think I might do is put it on again and pin it this time, so it really brings into question, do we actually need governments at all? I think the title or the main concept of this film is the biggest myth going is that of authority, that we need to have authority. Very interesting video, I've got to say. So I'll pin it in my Telegram group, and I'll leave a invite link to the Telegram group in the description box below there. So go and check that out. So that's one bit of news. Second bit of news is this announcement from the FDA in the United States, where they are not going to recommend the use of the one of the treatments they use over there, the one that starts with J, or two J's, if you know what I mean. And they are saying that they are going to limit the use of that one, because, well, basically, well, you know why, because there's a lot of problems with it. And at long last, the FDA have actually recognised what we've been talking about for the best part of a year now, and sort of doing what they should have done many months ago. So it's a step in the right direction, but we need a lot more of it, really, don't we? And the third thing, kind of on a similar vein, I noticed that the Premier of Western Australia, his son, who is only young, I think kind of early teens, or maybe not even that, he is apparently very poorly with the lurgy, and that is despite having the 3-dart finish. And that kind of begs the question, what exactly is going on here, because many of us believe that all of these leaders are working to some evil agenda to basically ensure that not nearly as many people are walking on the face of this earth in a few years' time, if you know what I mean. And kind of when you sort of see stories like this, that sort of brings that into question. It's like, well, if that is the agenda, would these leaders be, giving or having their own offspring, sort of given these sort of things as well? And it's obviously not done the poor kid any favours, because he's very poorly now, when normally people of his age stand almost no chance of having any serious ill effect from the lurgy. And yeah, just very, very interesting. And I'm just wondering if, okay, it might not be the case with all of them. Some of them might be working to a big, grand, evil plan, but I don't know if they all are. I think, if you ask me, a lot of them, like the Western Australia guy, is just a victim of his own propaganda and his own brainwashing. And you can see it, not so much with him maybe, but with his kind of colleague in the northern territories of Australia. I can't remember what that guy's name is, but I always remember an interview with him sort of a few months ago, where he was basically saying, if you're not totally up to date with your big V's, you are an anti-V person. Yeah, he was actually saying that. But what struck me about that interview is just how insane the bloke looked. There's just a wild look in his eyes, and I could just tell there was something not right with the bloke's brain. There really, really wasn't. And I just think, he wasn't acting or looking or speaking like a rational person working to some sort of huge, grand, evil plan. He looked more like someone who had just been driven round the twist by his own brainwashing. And yeah, I don't know what is going on here. I really don't. Maybe if you can cast some or shed some light on it, you can leave a comment in the comment section below here. Are these people working to an evil plan, of the sort of Depop variety, or, are they just, as I say, victims of their own brainwashing and propaganda? As far as I'm concerned, the jury's out on that a little bit right now, because of stories like this Western Australian kid and his father, the Western Australia Premier. Anyway, with that thought, contentious, I know that one, I'm going to leave it for today, and I'll be back tomorrow. And I've actually got probably make a few videos tomorrow, a couple of videos, because I've got a few different things to talk about. So I'll leave it for now, and see you then. Tim from Fair Play Now. Thanks for watching.